So hello friends, in this video we will see what are the characteristics of algorithm. So what is algorithm? Basically it is a step-by-step process to solve the computational problem, and it is providing instruction to solve the complex problems. So before writing the program we are writing the algorithm. So there are some characteristics of the algorithm, so let us see one by one. So first is input. So every algorithm must have input. Sometimes it may or may not take the input. Suppose if you are printing hello world program, so it is simply printing hello world, so input is not required. So but if you want to perform, let us say, multiplication of two numbers, then you have to provide the input. So it must have zero or more input. So you should provide input to algorithm if required. Then output, algorithm should produce at least one output. So at least one output is expected. Suppose if you write the function in C language, then it is returning some output, even though the return type is void, but it is returning something, it is producing something. So algorithm must provide some output, otherwise there is no meaning in writing the algorithm. The main purpose of writing the algorithm is to provide the output. Then algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. There should be no ambiguity in the algorithm. There should be no the algorithm should be very clear. What is the purpose of algorithm, why it is written, and what output it is producing. It should not produce, suppose you have written the algorithm for addition of two numbers and it is producing the output for multiplication, so it is not clear and unambiguous. Then algorithm should be finite, so it should not go in infinite loop, and means algorithm should be terminated somewhere. It should not be go in infinite loop, or it is, if it is continuously running, there is no end, then there is no finiteness algorithm. So every algorithm should be finite. Then next point is language independent. Whenever you write the algorithm, it is always language independent. It should not depend on hardware and operating system, but program can be dependent on hardware and operating system. So this is the property. Then next is algorithm should be effective. It should produce the output that you want. Okay, it should not produce haphazard results. So whenever you write the algorithm, you should keep in mind that it should be effective. And next is feasible. So whenever you write the algorithm, it should be feasible to implement. It should be feasible to implement in the programming language. Suppose if you return the algorithm which is not possible to implement, or logic is not clear, or logic is not at all possible to implement, then that algorithm is of no use. So that's why algorithm should be feasible. So these are the characteristics of algorithm that you should keep in mind whenever you write the algorithm. So that's it for this video. Thank you.